Hello everyone, my name is Sophie Kagoya and my presentation is on water health. I was given to present us about a social business, and Water Health is the company that I chose to discuss about. To give you a brief overview of what I'm going to talk about, I'll go to the overview of the company. Water Health International is a private American multinational corporation headquartered in Irvine, California. The company operates as a social business that provides drinking water to communities in primary rural areas. Water Health International has many branches and subsidiaries, among which is India, Ghana, Nigeria, Singapore, and many others. For this presentation, I'll concentrate on Water Health India, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of Water Health International. We realize that there are so many communities in India that are poor, that do not have access to clean water, and so Water Health decided to go into India to improve the water that people drink in rural areas, mainly the people who cannot afford to buy drinking water. This company was founded in 1995 as a market developmental firm that operates primarily in Mexico and Philippines. However, they saw that there was a need to go into other countries and to open up their company in different countries in order to help different people. Water Health International India provides safe drinking water solutions to underdeserved communities in India through advanced technology and innovative business models. Over the last 16 years, the organization has successfully installed over 650 decentralized purification utilities across 14 states in India. As a result, over 7 million people have access to safe drinking water on a daily basis. The social issue that Water Health International wanted to address was providing clean, affordable water. We see that there was no clean water in India, mainly in the rural areas, so they had to walk for a very long distance in order to get clean water. We see that there was also a need to solve water scarcity, whereby in order for them to get water, most of them had to walk long distances in order to wash their clothes, in order to get water to wash their dishes. We also see that many Indians are agriculturalists, and for that reason, they needed water to help them in their agribusinesses. And then there was also need to provide employment for the women in the rural areas. Most of the women were stay-at-home mothers, so they could not help their families. So Water Health International came in order to help these families and mainly their mothers to get employment and also become self-reliant. So from the social issue being addressed, we'll go ahead to discuss about the social innovation. The main reason as to why Water Health International went into India was to provide safe drinking water to the lowest earning customer that is cheaper than even boiled water. We see that getting enough water every day is important for your health. Drinking water can prevent dehydration, a condition that can cause unclear thinking, result in mood change, cause your body to overheat, and lead to constipation and kidney stones. Water helps your body, it keeps a normal temperature. Therefore, there was a need for these people in the rural areas to have safe drinking water, and that is the social innovation that motivated Water Health International to go into the rural areas of India to make sure that they get the services that they deserve, that they may be able to access water that will be good for their health. We see the impact of Water Health International going into India was uh, improving access to potable water and drinking water supply, We see there was improving water and sanitation services to reduce the incidence of corona and other waterborne diseases. We see that corona is one of the diseases that has been affecting so many rural areas. And the main reason was because they were drinking unclean water. So Water Health International came in to make sure that they get clean water that will help them to avoid all those diseases, including diarrhea, corona, and even typhoid. We see that combining water, sanitation, and low-income housing also came in order to improve the living conditions of the urban poor. There was, a, there was also improving of the stormwater drainage to reduce flooding of crops and homes. Another impact was that there was securing water of agriculture to boost food security. We know that without water, most of the agriculturalists cannot grow their crops. Some of them depend on irrigation, whereby they have to water their gardens in order for the crops to grow. So Water Health International, by providing them water, access to water near their homes, made it easy for them to grow their foods. We see that because of that, there was improving output from communal food gardens through collection and management of soil moisture. We also see that there was reduced water shortage and water logging in the canals. What are the measuring impacts of Water Health International? We say that the only way they would measure the impacts that their company has been able to put among the rural areas in India was through data gathering and learning. Learning is important in every day of our lives, educating people of the things that they are going to do and learning from them what they have learned would be good enough for them to know if what they came to do has been productive or not. We also see the accessibility of clean water through monitoring. It is very important for Water Health International to monitor how people are accessing the water and those that are still far from the water for them to find means of bringing the water closer to them. We see that many women were also employed, so employment opportunities were also a measuring impact. Also see that there was real-time monitoring to see the progress of the installation. We see there was also program evaluation. I'm very sure that Water Health International collected data before they started and had a program for how the things would run. So the only way they would measure the impact was to make sure that they keep on monitoring the program and evaluating it to see how successful it is. And then we also see quality assessment. The main reason of coming was to make sure that they have clean water, they provide clean water. So is the quality of water what they expected? That is one thing that Water Health International is supposed to do as a measuring impact. So we also see that one of the achievements that they were able to get was they have managed to install water purification equipment and maintenance and water quality test services, and they can offer these services to everyone from doorsteps. They are diligent, ambitious, and impactful go-getters who consistently deliver high quality of work and ethical practices. They save lives by providing clean water, clean drinking water in communities they serve. They improved access to clean water to over 3 million people. We also see that they have managed to provide quality, affordable drinking water to undeserved communities. Communities that would not afford waters, now they can afford drinking water, which is good and clean. We also see that they have developed a low-cost business model for the installation, operation, maintenance. Employment of over 200 people has been realized throughout the countries that they serve. This includes Ghana, Nigeria, we see Philippines, we see India, and even the US. We see that they have helped women find employment under the company's women-operated water system program. Also see that there is a scaling up provision of safe water in Ghana, Nigeria, Liberia, and India. And lastly, they have drastically lowered the incidence of child diarrhea and other waterborne diseases like cholera, which is as a result of drinking clean water. So every time they drink clean water, they have reduced the effects of unclean water. We see that the challenges they have is that there is a high failure rate of water projects, which is attributed to lack of monitoring. Because of the many countries they are in, they have failed to monitor the progress of their programs, and hence so many water projects have been able to fail. We see that there is also failure in implementing innovative low-cost sanitation system. Some of the people still cannot afford the water that they were able to provide. There is also pipe water supply interruption and acute diarrhea among under 5 children. We also see that there is lack of provision of safe drinking water. Then they also still face the challenge of water requirements for further agriculture, hydroelectric, and industrial developments. Apart from the agriculture or the few women who could afford access to water for their agriculture, others cannot afford it. And then other things that they can use water for are also not being realized. We see that there is still contamination of water in distribution systems. So I would recommend that they should be able to educate the people in the communities where they work so that they may be aware of the consumption changes and the lifestyle. Some people do not want to change from what they used to believe in. So it is up to them to improve their social lifestyle and social consumption by educating them of the need to always drink clean water. We also appropriately allocate low-cost price water in these communities. It is very important because this is the main reason as why they started this project in the first place, to provide clean water. So let them provide clean water to the people. Let them develop and implement better policies and regulations that will help to run the system appropriately. Let them implement rainwater harvesting system to collect and store rainwater for drinking or recharging underground aquifers, and provide filters to remove and kill germs. Rainwater is free of charge, so it is up to them to provide them equipment that will help them to purify the water good enough for them to drink it. This will be of a low cost and it will save them a lot of time. Also see that consistently they have to follow up to make sure that the services are being used appropriately. So recommendation for scaling is that they should liaise with community governance and partnership in order to improve on the services. They should also implement consumer marketing programs that will help the consumers to know what exactly they're offering, how good it is for them, that they will be able to easily adopt them. They should also establish service level benchmark. They should have a level they cannot go below and a level they cannot go beyond. That way everyone will be able to access the water and afford the water. They should also introduce rainwater conservation methods because this is free water that can help them to save a lot by only offering filters to the people in rural areas, and it is water which is good for drinking. Lastly but not least, these are the references that I was able to use. This is where I got the information that I used for my presentation. Thank you so much.